In the dead of night, between the 12th and 13th of June 2025, the skies over Iran were lit by a massive show of force. Israel launched a significant and complex air raid, an operation given the name Operation Rising Lion. This was not just a minor skirmish but a major military action, involving a large number of Israeli Air Force jets. The mission was clear: to deliver a powerful message and to strike at the very heart of Iran's military and nuclear infrastructure. This event marks a serious escalation in the long-running shadow war between the two nations, bringing their conflict out into the open in a dramatic and undeniable way. The world watched as reports flooded in about the scale and precision of the attack. The context for this bold move is crucial to understanding its significance. This operation did not happen in a vacuum. It was the culmination of rising tensions in a series of prior military engagements. Notably, Israeli strikes that took place in October of the previous year, 2024, played a critical role in setting the stage for this large-scale assault. Those earlier attacks had systematically targeted and weakened Iran's air defense network. By degrading Iran's ability to detect and shoot down incoming aircraft and missiles, Israel effectively created a corridor for its forces, making a complex operation like Rising Lion far more achievable and reducing the risk to its own pilots and advanced aircraft. The sheer scale of the operation was staggering, with some reports suggesting that over 200 Israeli aircraft participated in the coordinated strikes. This massive deployment of air power allowed Israel to hit more than 100 separate targets across Iran in a single, overwhelming wave. Such a large and sophisticated attack requires immense planning, intelligence, and logistical support. It demonstrates a high level of military readiness and the capability to project power far beyond its own borders. The operation was described by military sources as a preemptive and combined offensive, indicating a strategy designed to neutralize threats before they could fully materialize. While the world now knows that a major attack occurred, the exact details of the weaponry used remain shrouded in official secrecy. Neither the Israeli nor other world governments have publicly confirmed the specific models of missiles or bombs that were deployed during the raid. This lack of official confirmation is standard practice in such sensitive military operations. Nations often prefer to maintain ambiguity about their precise capabilities to keep their adversaries guessing. Therefore, what we know is based on expert analysis of Israel's known military inventory and the nature of the targets that were successfully destroyed during this unprecedented nighttime operation. When analyzing an operation of this magnitude, experts naturally turn their attention to the known contents of the Israeli arsenal. While official confirmation is absent, the most likely candidates for the munitions used are a range of advanced air-launched weapons. Israel has long invested in precision-guided munitions, many of which are supplied by its key ally, the United States. Among the probable weapons used are powerful bunker-buster bombs. These are specifically designed to penetrate deeply buried and heavily fortified structures. Given that key Iranian facilities are built underground to protect them from attack, the use of such specialized bombs would have been essential for the mission's success. Two specific types of American-made bombs are frequently mentioned by military analysts in this context: the GBU-28 and the GBU-31 JDAM. The GBU-28 is a formidable laser-guided weapon known for its ability to pierce through many meters of reinforced concrete before detonating. The GBU-31, part of the Joint Direct Attack Munition family, is a bomb that has been fitted with a guidance kit. This kit uses GPS signals to steer the bomb with incredible accuracy to its target, regardless of weather conditions. The use of these types of munitions would explain how Israel was able to hit its targets with such precision while minimizing collateral damage in surrounding areas. Another possibility that cannot be ruled out is the use of Israel's own, indigenously developed ballistic missiles. The Jericho missile family represents the country's long-range strike capability. These powerful surface-to-surface missiles could, in theory, be armed with large conventional warheads and used to strike high-value targets from a great distance. While their use in this specific operation has not been confirmed, and air-launched munitions seem more likely given the number of jets involved, the Jericho platform remains a potent tool in Israel's strategic playbook. The mention of advanced capabilities, not just from the Israeli Air Force in some reports, keeps this possibility on the table. It is also important to note what was likely not used in the attack. The most powerful conventional bunker buster bomb in the world is the American GBU-57B Massive Ordnance Penetrator, or MOP. This enormous weapon is a true fortress killer, but it is not known to be in Israel's inventory. Furthermore, it can only be delivered by the U.S. Air Force's B-2 stealth bombers, which were not involved in the raid. This distinction is important because it shows that while the Israeli strike was powerful and effective, it was carried out using the tools available in its own arsenal, without the direct involvement of the most extreme capabilities held by the United States. The primary purpose of the weapons chosen for Operation Rising Lion was to achieve maximum impact on very specific high-value targets. This was not an indiscriminate bombing campaign, it was a surgical strike. The munitions used were designed for precision, ensuring that each bomb or missile would hit its intended mark with pinpoint accuracy. This focus on precision is a hallmark of modern Israeli military doctrine. The goal is to destroy critical enemy assets while avoiding as much as possible unintended damage and civilian casualties. This approach is not only a moral consideration but also a strategic one, as it helps to manage the international political fallout from such a major military action. The nature of the targets themselves dictated the need for powerful, deep-penetrating bombs. A key objective of the raid was the Natanz uranium enrichment facility, a site central to Iran's nuclear program. Much of this facility is located deep underground in hardened bunkers to protect it from airstrikes. To successfully damage or destroy such a target, Israel would have needed to use weapons like the GBU-28, which are engineered specifically to burrow through earth and concrete before exploding inside. This ensures the destruction of the sensitive equipment and materials housed within the protected structure, effectively neutralizing the site's function. Beyond the nuclear facility at Natanz, the Israeli raid targeted other critical elements of Iran's military power. These included production sites for ballistic missiles, which pose a direct threat to Israel, and the headquarters of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a powerful branch of the Iranian armed forces. Striking these locations required a mix of capabilities. Precision-guided bombs like the GBU-31 JDAMs would have been ideal for hitting specific buildings in a military complex, while other specialized munitions might have been used against missile stockpiles. The attack also reportedly killed several senior Iranian military and scientific officials, dealing a blow to the leadership of these programs. Ultimately, the weapons were chosen to carry out a comprehensive mission to dismantle and degrade Iran's ability to threaten Israel. By hitting nuclear sites, missile factories, and military leadership all at once, the operation aimed to set back Iran's strategic programs by several years. The combination of precision guidance and penetrating power allowed the Israeli Air Force to achieve these complex objectives in a single, coordinated wave of attacks. The success of the mission demonstrates how the right combination of advanced weaponry and careful planning can achieve significant strategic goals, even against a well-defended and geographically distant adversary. Understanding the types of weapons used in the June 2025 raid is not merely an academic exercise for military enthusiasts. It provides crucial insights into Israel's current military capabilities and its strategic thinking. The apparent success of precision-guided, deep-penetrating bombs shows that Israel has a credible and effective means of striking even the most heavily fortified targets within Iran. This knowledge sends a clear and powerful signal to Tehran and the rest of the world. It demonstrates that building facilities deep underground does not guarantee their safety from a determined and technologically advanced adversary, a fact that will surely influence future strategic calculations in the region. The choice of conventional non-nuclear weapons is also a profoundly important detail. By relying on advanced conventional munitions like bunker-buster bombs and precision-guided missiles, Israel was able to inflict significant damage without crossing the nuclear threshold. This is a critical distinction that helps to contain the conflict and manage the risk of a catastrophic escalation. It shows a degree of strategic restraint, even in a massive attack. This careful calibration of force is designed to achieve military objectives while signaling to other global powers, like the United States and Russia, that the operation is intended to be limited in its scope, however destructive it may appear. Furthermore, the raid highlights the critical role that intelligence and enabling operations play in modern warfare. The fact that this attack was made possible by the earlier degradation of Iran's air defenses in October 2024 underscores a patient, long-term strategy. It shows that major military actions are not impulsive events but the final step in a long and complex process. Knowing which weapons were used helps analysts understand the full picture of this process, from the initial intelligence gathering and preparatory strikes to the final, decisive assault. This holistic view is essential for understanding how future conflicts in the 21st century might unfold. In summary, the story of Operation Rising Lion is a story told through its weapons. The use of advanced precision munitions against hardened, strategic targets reveals a sophisticated military power capable of projecting force with devastating accuracy. It shapes the geopolitical landscape by demonstrating a credible threat to Iran's most protected assets, while the reliance on conventional arms helps to prevent an even wider war. As tensions in the Middle East continue to simmer, the lessons learned from this raid and the capabilities displayed will undoubtedly influence the decisions made by leaders in Jerusalem, Tehran, and capitals around the world for years to come.